Hey guys, in today's video I'll be going over Bayes' theorem in probability. So I'll explain what that is, give you a formula, and then we'll be going over two great practice questions which I think are good for your understanding. And as always, I'll put timestamps so you can skip around and go to whatever section you need to. So yeah, let's just begin. So let's say you want to find the probability of an event occurring given that another event has already occurred. So how do you do that? Well, to write it, you would write it as probability of A given that B has occurred. So this is known as conditional probability. So it turns out that this is equal to probability of A and B occurring divided by probability of B occurring. So the way I like to remember this is whatever you see here, you always put it in the denominator. And another thing to notice, in the numerator, you see probability of A and B. This is equal to probability of B and A. So using Bayes' theorem here, let's say we have probability, we want to find the probability of B given A, and this would be equal to probability of B and A divided by probability of A. So we could multiply both sides by probability of A, and we get probability of B given A times probability of A, which is equal to probability of B and A. So as I said, this is equal to probability of A and B. So in cases where you're given the probability of B given A, and you want to find the probability of A given B, this can be really useful to remember. So now let's just move on to the questions. Okay, so in this question, it says that the probability of wearing a white shirt is 0.2 and the probability of wearing shoes is 0.3. If the probability of wearing shoes, given that you're wearing a shirt, is 0.5, what is the probability of wearing a shirt, given that you're wearing shoes? So what I like to do always is to start by denoting the events. So let's let A denote the event that you are wearing a shirt, and let B denote the event that you are wearing shoes. So this question is asking us to find the probability of wearing a shirt, which is event A, given that you are wearing shoes. So what we need to find is the probability of A given B, which according to Bayes' theorem, we already know is probability of A and B divided by probability of B. So we're already given probability of B, but what's the probability of A and B? So if you remember, I already stated that this is equal to probability of B given A times the probability of A. So we know these two values, so we can just substitute that in, and we get probability of B given A times probability of A divided by probability of B. And if we plug in all the numbers, we have that the probability of B given A is 0.5 times probability of A, which is 0.2, divided by probability of B, which is 0.3. So you could use a calculator, but you'll find that the answer is 0.3 repeating, which is around 33%. Okay, so in this question, it says that if the probability of beating your hamster to death and eating chicken for dinner is 0.1, and the probability of eating chicken for dinner is 0.9, what is the probability of beating your hamster to death given that you're eating chicken for dinner? So first of all, I'd like to apologize to any hamster owners who are watching, but yeah. So let's begin. So like I said, let's begin with denoting the event. So let A denote the event that you beat your hamster to death, and let B denote the event that you eat chicken for dinner. So it wants us to find the probability of beating your hamster to death, so probability of A, given that you're eating chicken for dinner, which is probability of B. So this is just Bayes' theorem. We have probability of A and B divided by probability of B. So in this case, we don't have to like do any special calculations because we're already given all the information. The probability of A and B, it says it is 0.1, and then the probability of E having chicken for dinner, or B, is 0.9. So you can plug this in a calculator and you'll see the answer is 0.1 repeating, or around 11%. So not a high chance, but I mean, ideally it should be 0. But yeah, anyways, those are the 2 questions. So if you found this video useful, please like and subscribe. And yeah, thank you for watching.